Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is me talking about my edges and some of the breakage I feel like I've experienced there. And I just spent about 20 minutes trying to look for a very specific picture that I thought showed that breakage. Turns out it really didn't. And in doing so, because I was looking through old pictures, I saw a big booty spider that I thought was dead that obviously wasn't dead, so it'll probably show back up tonight when I least expect it and don't want to see it. All for a picture I didn't need, but anyway, so on to the edges. And I made notes like I did when I was talking about my nape. Okay, so you know how people refer to their edges, the hairs here, like as baby hairs, where my mom always referred to them as toddler hair on my head because I've never had like smooth hair up here. It's always been really curly, and like by the end of the day that hair would be curled up when I was little after a day full of playing. I obviously, when I was a kid, didn't pay attention to my edges, what child would. When I was in 8th grade is when I stopped wearing like braids or pigtails to school, and I started wearing my hair out and down. And primarily in 8th grade and high school, especially like when I was a freshman, I used to wear my hair with a headband or a ponytail, and it wasn't like protective. Like now they have like all these like satin scrunchies and satin headbands and things like that. They didn't really have those back when I was in high school, so it was just regular cotton scrunchies and bandanas that probably wasn't great for my hair, and I really didn't do a whole lot of like protecting of my hair at night. Cotton pillowcases, no satin bonnets, just a bunch of stuff that probably contributed to breakage. Also when I was in high school, like that's when like wearing like the flat twists and the cornrows and stuff had like kind of come back in style. It was really popular, so I went to a beautician, and that was like a style that I wore a lot, was flat twists or cornrows in the front, and then my hair like pulled back into a ponytail. Or my sophomore year and junior year, I wore my hair cornrowed a lot, and so my beautician would blow out my hair and cornrow it. I wore it in like side parts, braided all to one side diagonally, a whole lot. You know, it was very much Alicia Keys-esque, and that probably put some tension on my edges as well. And then when I was in college, when I was a sophomore, like the winter of or fall of my sophomore year of college, I got a relaxer. Worst thing ever to happen to my hair. And that is probably when I think my hair started to really go downhill. But again, even then, I really wasn't paying attention to my edges. I didn't really start paying attention to my edges until my parents did a vow renewal when I graduated from college. And that was the picture I was looking for. And while I was looking at those pictures, I realized my edges didn't look as bad as my memory thought they looked. So that was a waste of time. And I potentially unleashed a spider. Anyway, but yeah, that particular hairstyle was like a bad memory for me, just because the whole appointment to get my hair done for the vow renewal wasn't that great. But in those pictures, you can start to see the thinning of my edges because my hair is pulled back into a ponytail for the event. And then after that, I big chopped, and again, same thing with my nape. Like when you big chop, and especially when you wear it super short like I did, pretty much any hair insecurity or things that you would pay attention to with your hair, it kind of just disappears because you're wearing it so short, it really doesn't matter. So what eventually happened with my edges is that in 2017, I wore my hair really, really short, like almost bald, like practically the entire year. And in September, I cut it all off to the point where it was like I was practically bald. And it was kind of like I just did that, like, you know, like as a reset. So in about like a month, my hair was growing back. But what I noticed finally this time around, as it was growing back in, because I wasn't getting like regular cuts every 2 weeks, was that the rest of my hair was coming in fine, but my edges was very thin. And I just hadn't noticed that before, that even when my hair was short, that part of my hair was thinning. So I think I do have some pictures on here, because that's when I kind of like was obsessed with it, like trying to grow my hair back out. So I don't know, can't really see. Okay, you can't really see, but the point is that my hair, that's my parents trying to kill the spider. I don't know if it came back out. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, you can't really see. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, as I was trying to grow my hair back out, I noticed that my edges weren't coming in. And so there was a period of time where I was concerned with trying to grow my edges back. And so I tried a whole bunch of different like oils. So like I did a review a couple of weeks ago of ORS. They have, as a part of their hair restore line, the same line that I use the hair fertilizer from, these they come in two forms. One is like a balm, and then the other one is an oil, like a dropper. But the point is that it's supposed to help you with your edges. So I was using that, and I pretty much gave up really pretty quickly, because with all of those types of oils that claim that they're going to help you grow your edges or your nape or back or any type of breakage, they tend to recommend that you do it daily, and sometimes twice a day. And the problem with that, obviously, is it just sits. It sits on your hair. It doesn't actually penetrate your scalp. And to be honest, really, with any type of hair growth or hair loss, it's usually related to something internal as opposed to something topical that if you put something on there like a hair growth oil, it would actually help. So I did try the ORS for a while. I also tried the Miele Organics, the rosemary mint oil, like I want to say back in like 2021. And eventually with that one, I stopped using it on my edges. And because it was like rosemary mint, I just used it like on a problem area that tends to be irritated or agitated and itchy in the back. And then when I used it up, I just didn't use it again. And then the last time I tried to use an oil to assist with growth was the Camille Rose, I think it's Renew Grow Drops. But again, they all basically claim to do the same thing, and I really didn't see any change. And eventually, as I kept growing my hair out, I just stopped thinking about it, because I usually wear my hair down in like a wash and go. I rarely pull my hair back. Now, if I pull my hair back into a puff, it's going to be obvious. You're going to see the separation in the back and my edges, which basically look like this. But the thing with that is that unless you're deliberately looking or I'm pulling my hair back, they're not that noticeable. And it's just one of those things where I never really had a whole lot of edges to begin with. I'm not too concerned with them growing back anymore. Same thing with my nape. I mean, I do protect my hair now, like I mentioned in my nape video. I wear my satin bonnet. I have satin pillowcases. I do what I can to protect them and take care of my scalp and my hair. And so, it is what it is. But I just, thought I'd do some videos about those areas, because those are pain points for a lot of people. And at one point, my edges were a pain point for me, but not anymore. So, good luck to those who endeavor to grow them out. And hopefully, you take care of your scalp and you have some success. But for me, I kind of just let it go. But this video turned out a lot different than I thought it was going to be after that scavenger hunt for that picture. But thanks for watching, and I'll probably be back with like a product review sometime soon.